Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Paul Nair. This morning, I'd like to share with you something known as personal accident insurance. Now, you might ask yourself, do I really need this? Why? Because I have already got my life insurance, I've got my medical card, I have purchased critical illness benefits. Now, why would I need personal accident insurance? Well, the answer is very simple. Personal accident insurance is comprehensive insurance coverage in the event of an accident. Now, for your normal medical card, they would reimburse you or they would guarantee your stay at the hospital due to illnesses and due to accident. But if there is an outpatient claim due to an accident, most medical cards will not cover you, which means you would have to pay for your outpatient treatment at the clinic or the emergency ward at the hospital by yourself. And you can't claim this because it's outpatient. Now, an accident policy is an addition to your current insurance plan. The first thing it provides is accidental death and dismemberment. Secondly, it provides for loss of use of limbs, or maybe you lost an eye or a use of your eye, your left eye, your right eye. Maybe you can't walk anymore. Now, why do accidents happen in the first place? Well, accidents are something that we can never ever predict. Never ever predict. Whether you're on the road or even if you're at home, an accident is an accident. That's why it's called accident. Nobody plans for it. Now, as we age, there's something called gait. Now, gait, if you want to test your gait, all you have to do is try and walk up and down a staircase fast and see whether you need to hold on to the railing. Right? As your age progresses, you would not be able to do this. If you observe young children, they're able to run up and run down the staircase without holding on to anything. If they fall, it's because they ran up and down too fast, misstep. But in the older people, they fall because of gait. Gait is the way we walk. It's our balance. And no matter whatever you are doing, maybe you're doing yoga or you're doing Pilates, maybe it tends to slow down the aging process a little bit. But age is age, and you will find yourself as you age that your balance is not what it used to be. So that's why we have a lot of claims that happen in the home, right? A person goes into the dining area, they open the refrigerator and they slip and fall. And some of these falls are quite serious. You would think that an accident means a road accident, like a car or a motorbike, but a lot of accidents happen at home, in the washroom, in the dining area, in your kitchen, or in your garden. We have had so many claims, whereby the grass is a bit slippery and the person falls. In one case, a person falling and actually injured their back quite badly, the spine. So these are the instances where a accident policy will definitely help you. Now, we're talking about the premiums for accident policy. They're actually quite low with compared to life insurance. It's quite affordable. For 100,000 person accident insurance, maybe the premiums are about $250 to $350 a year. If you were to consider to buy a $1 million policy, it might set you back maybe around $300 a month or $200 a month. But the benefits are quite extensive in a personal accident insurance. Now, we have had instances whereby people involved in accidents, they lose the use of one of their eye, whereby they actually can't work and they just can't see one eye. Now, when they try to claim on life insurance, they can't because it does not fall under the total and permanent disability. It's loss of use of one eye, they can still work. They can't claim under their medical card because there was no surgery done. He just can't use his left eye or right eye. he can't claim under critical illness because it's not an illness. So that's where the personal accident insurance policy comes into play, whereby they do pay for loss of use of eye. If you can't use your left hand or right hand anymore, they pay out. If you're totally and permanently disabled, they also pay out. And a lot of accident cases involving motor vehicles, there's quite extensive dental work to be done because of accidents. And this dental work normally is paid by your accident policies. Now, whether you should get an accident policy or not, it's good for you to check on your current policies. But if you were to check, not every company offers personal accident protection policy by itself. Only a few companies are offering this, and you have to do some due diligence and check which companies are offering this standalone personal accident protection plans. And most of these plans are 24/7 worldwide coverage, so which means anywhere in the world you travel and you have an accident, you actually can make a claim. Now, I have done a fair bit of accident claims, and it actually coincides with your medical plan, because if you are hospitalized, you can use your medical insurance, and there will be certain portions of your medical plan that might not be covered, and that's when your accident policy will come in and will take over those areas that your medical card does not cover. Now, things like broken bones, certain companies give a one-off payment of broken bones, maybe up to 50,000, whereby your medical card will just take care of the surgery of that broken bone. But when you have a personal accident insurance, it pays out lump sum. And then you have got many other benefits of an accident plan. When you look at some of the life insurance policies, some companies, they do add in accident benefits into the life insurance, but then the criteria to claim is quite critical, which means there are some companies who say that you have to have both your eyeballs removed to be able to claim on your sight, loss of sight. Whereas if you look at the personal accident insurance policy, it doesn't say that. It states that loss of use of eyesight, which means you're still intact, but you can't see either one eye due to an accident, and they too pay out a lump sum. Now, whether or not you would ever make a claim, nobody knows. And one of the reasons that I always strongly suggest people to take a personal accident policy is because of these two words. Now, these two words is the basis of why insurance companies can even exist today. It's known as what if. What if? Now, so many instances we have done, and sometimes the accident is minor, but the injury is severe. With one case whereby the fall was not that bad a fall, but the spinal cord of the person was severed, and therefore he could not walk ever again. And it was a minor fall, but the severity of the fall, the outcome of the fall was quite bad for him. And we have seen other instances whereby the fall is minor, but the results of the accident are quite severe. And that's where the accident policy insurance comes into play. And they also pay out for total and permanent disability if you ever have a situation whereby you're involved in an accident and you are rendered, you can't work anymore, you can't move anymore. Well, they do pay out lump sum. Now, because the premiums are quite affordable, I would suggest all of you to consider getting yourself a good, comprehensive personal accident insurance policy, because you never know when, what if, the word what if comes into play, and danger strikes at any time, anywhere. We do not know where or when. I was involved in a fall a few years ago, and it was just something that was ridiculous, you know. I stepped on my own leg and I fell, and I cracked my foot, and I was out of commission for about 2 weeks. Now, it was a silly fall, you know, it just happened, lack of balance. So this lack of balance involves gait, and you can check the word gait out in the, you can Google it, actually as we grow older, our sense of balance tends to be not so stable. We tend to have minor falls for no reason at all. While we're walking, we just fall because we don't have gait. Whereas if you look at children, young kids above the age of 10, they're very active and they hardly fall. If they fall, it means they ran too fast. But they don't fall. But adults, if you see, even when they get into a car and they get out of a car, the older people, they have to hold on to the car, they have to hold on to the door, they have to hold on to somebody because they have lost their gait. And that's why the elder people are very prone to accidents by way of fall. Now, there's one thing I want you to take into consideration. That is, when you purchase a personal accident insurance plan, always ask the agent what is the coverage maximum age for. Because in the market, we have found that most insurance plans for personal accident insurance expires at the age of 70, which means the moment you hit 70, that plan cannot be used anymore. Your protection is null and void, it's finished. The contract is over between you and the insurance company. But there are some companies offering protection up to the age of 85, some age of 80, so go for the one that's max. And also you must check most of the personal accident insurance policies, the entry age, maximum entry age you're allowed to come in is sometimes 60 or 65. Sorry about that. So you have to check on the entry age and you have to check on the maximum exit age. You're covered until what age? So this is very important because once you hit 70 or 75, your gait becomes even worse. Your chance of falling becomes even worse. And we have done a few claims, in fact quite a few claims on hip bone replacement, pelvic bone replacement, pelvic bone fracture, kneecap fracture, and it's quite serious. So, and the medical bills are actually quite high on this kind of injuries. Even in a government hospital, it can be quite expensive. And normally the government hospitals, if you have a hip bone replacement, you can check it out for yourself, but it's not free. It is actually quite expensive. And you're talking about private hospitals, it's even worse. The bills can be pretty high. So I would advise you, most of you, if you can, call your agent up and find out, does your company have a standalone personal accident insurance plan? What are the benefits? How much does it cost? And if you think that it's affordable and you like the benefits, it's quite comprehensive, then go ahead and get yourself a good personal accident protection plan. With that, I bid you adios, and we shall meet at my next video. Bye-bye.